Good afternoon, grade 12s. Welcome to our class. Today, we are still looking at quality of performance. We're still continuing from our chapter, the one that we started on Monday, of which it was yesterday, grade 12s. For those who just joined me or who just joined us today, welcome to our business studies class, grade 12s. My name is Hector S. Nkosi, and this is our lesson 5. All right. Now, boys and girls, I want us to look at the learning outcomes of your quality performance. We have dealt with the majority of the stuff here. We have dealt with defining the concept with the quality. We have dealt with quality control. We have dealt with quality assurance. We have dealt with quality management and quality performance. And now I want us to look at your quality management systems and also explaining the difference between these ones, right? And also I want us to look at explaining how quality of performance can contribute to the success or failure in each business function. So today we'll be looking at business function and how will the quality control, the quality of the performance contribute success or failure in the business function. Also, the one thing we're going to end with is to outline the quality indicators for each business function, right? That's what also we'll be looking at today, boys and girls. I hope you are well. I hope everything so far makes sense. All right. All right. So that's what we'll be looking at. These are the pillars, 4 pillars that we'll be looking at today. All right, guys, please feel free to ask any questions if you've got any. I can see other people are joining. Okay, welcome, Henry. I can see there's someone else. Shelly, welcome also. Welcome to our business studies grade 12. This is what we'll be looking at today. Now, today we'll be looking at your contribution of the general function to the success of a business quality or indicator. So this is what we'll be looking at. The contribution in what? Just need my highlighter. Okay, we need a contribution of the general management function, right? So which function are we looking at? General management function. Oops, sorry guys. I don't know what's happening with my highlighter. Basically, someone is asking when we're done with this topic, which topic are we going to do next? I'll tell you as soon as we are done with that topic. I'll let you know. I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. Sorry guys, I just need the eraser. Okay, found my eraser. Okay. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Highlighter. All right. So basically, now we'll be looking at, sorry, I still need my highlighter part, guys. Highlighter. Okay, I don't know what's really happening with this. Okay, perfect. Right? We'll be looking at your general management, basically. That's what we'll be looking at today. Your general management function to success of a business or quality indicator. So basically, okay, I can see someone also join us. Sonia, welcome. So basically, guys, here you need to develop or implement, monitor effective strategic plans, basically, right? So basically, when it comes to your developing your contribution of the general management function to the success of a business or quality indicator, you must develop, implement, or monitor the effective strategy plans. So in this function, you have to monitor basically and develop what? The effective strategic plans. So you need to monitor your effective strategic plan because it talks about the general management basically. Also, the efficient organization or allocation of business resources to provide for successful achievement of long-term and short-term plans, right? So these are the other things that you need to look at your general management, right? Also, boys and girls, the structured standards and norms should not be in place so that control mechanism can be implemented. So guys, remember that you can't put things that are usuals or things that are norms should be put in place so that it controls the mechanism that can be implemented, basically. So in order for you to implement something, you must put what you normally do, your standards and the norms that you normally do, basically. Right. Also, you must learn about or understand the changes in the business environment on an ongoing basis. So please, 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 this is very important. So you need to learn or understand the changes in business environment, right? So you must understand the changes. You must understand the changes in the business environment, basically. All right. It's very important, this one. Also, what you need to do, boys and girls, they effectively communicate shared vision, mission, and values. Remember, you must effectively communicate the vision. Vision is where you want to see yourself, your mission, and your values. Very important. Communication shared. Very important, boys and girls. Right. All right. So we're still under general management, basically, function. So still under general management, there are more points I want us guys to look at. So just bear in mind with me that we are still looking at our general management function. General management function. Right. Okay. So basically here, boys and girls, what you need to do, you need to also set direction and establish priorities for their business. That's what you need to do, right? For the general management function to the success of the business or quality indicator. So you must set direction and establish priorities for their business, right? So priorities, very important, basically, boys and girls. Be prepared to set an example of the behavior that is expected from the employees in terms of ethics as well as productivity. Now, boys and girls, if you as a management, you are expecting employees to behave in a certain way to do their job on time, you must set an example as a leader so that they can see how to behave or how to cope in the workplace, basically. But you as a leader, if you do not set what your what you call you do not set the example on how to behave, therefore your employees, they'll also be lost. So this is what contributes to the general management function in order for your business to be successful, or in order to have a good quality indicator in your business. So set an example, you as a team leader, because management is a team leader. Be proactive and always seeks to improve competition advantage over competitors. So you must be proactive, basically. It's very important. So basically, what does it mean here? Meaning that you must be proactive. Don't sit too much and relax in your business and be like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm chilled with whatever. Let's say now you are selling cakes. Let's say you've got a bakery. You must try to implement new things. You must try to do different types of loaves. Do introduce new biscuits, new cakes. Find out what's happening in the country currently. Or in the market, basically, not in a country, but in the market, like your bakery market. What are the new things currently. Therefore, if you know what are the new things, it will be easier for you to always seek to improve competition advantage over competitors because you are proactive, basically, boys and girls. So you need to be proactive so in order for you to improve your your competition, basically. Does it make sense? Then now, also the another key factor that you need to look at, or the point that you need to look at, you must ensure that all departments or business meet their deadlines or targets. So very important, all departments or the business must meet their targets or deadlines. So targets and deadlines must be met, basically. Sorry, guys, I don't know why my mouse today is moving so fast. Actually, I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's check. Now, let's look at the contribution. Sorry. Okay. Let's look at the contribution of the production function to the success of the business. Now, let's look at the production function. Now, this is your production function. The previous one now that we looked at, it was a management function. Now, let's look at your production function. Right. Just a minute. I just want to drink water. All right, boys and girls. Now, let's look at the production function. Now, with the production function, we're looking at the product itself, basically. Right. So you must provide the high quality services or products according to specification, right? So you must provide the high quality service or product, right? Because if you provide the high quality service or product, it will contribute to your product or service that you are currently rendering or offering. Because now, if now the quality it's on par, therefore, the production function, it will come into place. Right. Another thing that you need to look at, the production or operating processes of a business should be done correctly through proper production planning and controlling. So your production operating processes should be done correctly. So this should be done correctly. Right, boys and girls. Meaning now, guys, let's say you are producing or manufacturing bottles of sanitizers, right? You must make sure that that bottle works efficiently. The sanitizers, they work efficiently. They've got whatever that requires to be there, basically. Let's say there is sanitizers, there needs to be a flavor and stuff like that. You must make sure that the process of manufacturing the sanitizers is correctly throughout and proper production planning and controlling, right? So you must target who are you targeting these sanitizers to and stuff like that, right? We know other sanitizers nowadays because we're facing corona. Some of them, they've got fragrance. After you've sanitized yourself, you actually smell good, because they can see now during this COVID-19 pandemic, a sanitizer, it's a day-to-day thing. So they're trying by all means to come up with these situations or plans of making this sanitizer to be a normal thing to a person. No wonder some of them now they've got flavors and stuff. Also now, boys and girls, products and services should be produced at the lowest possible cost to allow for profit maximization. Remember the higher profit. The higher cost, the lower profit. So the lower cost basically means the higher profit, right? So we must try and by all means to do the lowest cost as possible, right? To allow for profit maximization basically, your profit maximization. All right, boys and girls. Now also we need to look at the businesses should clearly communicate the roles and responsibility to the production workforce, right? So very, very, very important. The business should clearly communicate the roles and responsibility to the production workforce, meaning that now in a production process, if there is someone who's going to be responsible in the conveyor belt, conveyor belt, it's those factory machines that they use normally in factories, your conveyor belts, all those machines that they operate basically. So we need to know that, okay, person A does what, person D does what, person C does what, right? So we need to know the responsibilities and what role they are doing. Is person A the management or is just a general staff worker? We need to be able to understand that. Also, product must meet customer requirements by being safe, reliable, and durable, basically, right? So your customer requirements, that's your customer success factor. Your customer requirements, basically. All right. Okay. Just wanted to highlight here, basically, boys and girls. Right. Now, basically, the products must, why do we say the product must meet the customer requirements by being reliable and durable? It's because now, guys, basically now, I'll still go back to the sanitizer now. Let's say you are selling sanitizers. So the customer requirements is that the sanitizer must have alcohol, it must work, it must kill germs, right? So if we met the customer requirements, meaning now the corona, there will be less chances that the customer can get corona or customer can catch germs, right? All right, I see a comment here. Someone is asking, say, what is the name of the textbook you use? Um, Basically, guys, I've created these slides from the scratch. However, if you need them, let me know. Just drop me an email. I can always email them to you. Just drop me an email. I'll show you my email at the end of the lesson. Drop me the email and sort of like just state that you from STEAM Digital School, Business Studies, grade 12, you would like me to forward you slides. Or alternatively, I can create a Google Classroom where anyone can get those slides. Then I can share code with you every time after presenting a lesson. I can upload those slides there. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. Okay. Now, we're still looking at the contribution of the what? We're still looking at the contribution of the production function. Still looking at the contribution for the production function. So basically, another point that we need to look at, basically, boys and girls, businesses should have a good after-sales service and warranties. So a good after-sales services. Very good, right? And warranties. Right. We must also empower workers so that they can take pride in their workmanship, right? Empowerment is very important. Right. All right. Get accreditation. Get the accreditation from the SAP or the ISO 9001 to ensure that the quality products are being produced. So you must get the accreditation, basically. You must be accredited, basically, because now if your product is being accredited by one of these bodies, actually you would know that, oh, okay, I can rely on this product, right? So now, guys, you must always check your products. Every time when you buy them, you must check your products on whether do they have one of these accreditations, basically, either your SAPS or your ISO 9001. Excuse me? You must specify the product or service standards and take note of the factors that consumers use to judge quality. So you must specify the product standards. So very important. Specify the product or service. Specify the product or service standards. Right. Monitor processes and find the root cause of production problems. So you must monitor all the processes from the beginning up until the end. You must try by all means to monitor that, okay, this process started from there to there and this is what happened, blah, 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 so that you can find the root causes of this production. You must also implement quality control systems to ensure that quality building products are consistent being produced, right? So please don't forget to implement your quality control. Right. Okay. Okay, guys, I can see we are still good, basically. We're still looking at your production functions. So these are more indicators. You must utilize machines and equipment optimally because you don't want to use your machines and equipment now and then. So you must, you can use them now and then, but you must utilize them optimally, basically, guys, which means now in a good care, take your machines to the maintenance, your equipment by quality so that it can last you longer also in a business. Accurately calculate the production costs, right? You must know that, okay, our production cost is so much and stuff. You must also select the appropriate production system, whether it's a mass, batch, or jobbing. You know, we know other productions when we select them, it's per batch, others per box, others per mass, others per jobbing, basically. So you must select the appropriate production system. All right, so this was the production function. Now, I would like us guys to look at the purchasing function. So this is your purchasing function. So we did 3 functions so far. I'm going to recap with you. How many functions have we done? So now we're doing what? We're doing the purchasing function. So we did the production function. We also did the general management function, right? Now, I want us to look at the purchasing function. Now, before reading these pointers, I don't want people to cram business studies, basically, guys, but I want you to understand when we talk about a contribution of the purchasing function to the success of a business. So in order for a business to success, what purchasing function must we put in place? Obviously, guys, number one, because we are purchasing, lower the prices when you buy in bulk. Do you get my point? So buy raw materials in bulk so that you can lower prices, right? So bulk, buy in bulk. So you must buy in bulk so that you can lower the prices. Right. You must also select reliable suppliers that render the service best quality raw material or capital goods at reasonable price. So very good. Select reliable suppliers. Very, very important. Meaning now, if you want to select your reliable suppliers, obviously the word reliable means that the suppliers that you can trust, the suppliers that cannot disappoint you, right? And the suppliers that renders the best quality when it comes to raw material, basically, right? You must also place orders timelessly and regularly, follow-ups to ensure that goods are delivered on time. So you must place an order on time. Place an order timelessly and regularly. Right. Your effective coordination between purchasing and production departments so that purchasing staff understand the requirements of the production process. Right. This is also important, the effective or for coordinating between purchasing and production departments. Also required quantities should be delivered at the right time and place, right? That's also important. If you have ordered 67 bottles of sanitizers, it must be delivered at the right time and at the right place. Right. These are more on purchasing functions. They also speak about the implementation and maintaining the stock control system to ensure the security of stock. So you must, guys, it falls under purchasing function because that stock is going to be sold. So it must be protected also by making sure that the security of stock is maintained. Also maintain optimum stock levels to avoid optimum stock levels to avoid overstock, or reduce outdated stock. Also, you must monitor and report on a minimum stock levels to avoid stock outs. Other thing that you need to look at, the effective use of storage space and maintain product quality while in storage. You must also involve suppliers in strategic planning or product design, material selection, quality control processes. And these are your more of your purchasing function. In order to have a successful business, you must also ensure that there is no break in production due to stock shortages. Establish relationships with suppliers that have, with the suppliers that they are in aligned with the business vision, mission, or values. Another thing, have a thorough understanding of supply chain management. Right. Very important, guys. Your supply chain management. On how does it work? Right. Supply chain management. All right. Thank you so much, grade 12s. That's me for today. We are, however, going to meet again tomorrow, guys. We'll try to show you the other functions that are involved in your under quality control. And guys, if you've got any questions, please feel free to email me at nkosihector28@gmail.com. You can send me any question. It does not have to be this topic, basically. It can be it can be basically for what you call, it can be any other related um, business studies question, right? It doesn't have to be this section. So email me, even if you need slides or whatever material that you need for business studies, just email me at nkosihector28@gmail.com. I'll try and help you. Okay, guys, that's from my side today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely evening. Goodbye.